Oh boy. Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's had a great, finally freaking Friday. I just got back home, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to go back tomorrow. Got a hot water heater that is leaking, and it's going to need to be replaced. So I wish it had started leaking the day before, so I could have done that yesterday and changed it. Instead, now I got to change all my plans. And that's the funny thing about life, that you have everything worked out the way you think it should go, and something always happens that makes you have to adjust. And I'm going to have to adjust by carrying my behind 150 miles down the road, change a hot water heater, and come back. Be that as it may. Anyway, you got to do what you got to do, right? So today is really, it's not really so much about a practice. I don't think that the Cowboys rookies really learned that much, other than where the locker room is, where the weight room is, where the training room is, and getting to know the names of your teammates and your coaches. This is basically like orientation. It's the first week of school, and you haven't really gotten that much homework yet. The Cowboys have made some changes that seem subtle, but I think that we'll find out if they're going to be helpful or not for winning games. But a couple of notes from today and what's going on with the Cowboys. One, I will say that I am extremely impressed by Tyler Booker, T-Book. T-Booker, and you know, I love it. Momo is like, these guys ain't done nothing. They don't deserve to have a nickname. Well, T-Book, I'm okay with that. You know, because we got Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton. T-Book, I'd rather have a different name. And just calling Booker Easy, just Easy, I'm okay with that too. Momo, just keep your hating ass hating. Be that as it may. Couple of things that are going on. Philip E. Barb shared a clip of Dak Prescott has donated $1.1 million to his high school. They've got a new scoreboard, they got a new weight room. He's giving back. He's also was doing, working with high school kids about suicide awareness and things like that, and talking about hotlines. That's leadership. That's being thankful. That's giving back to the community. That is a beautiful thing, and that's one of the reasons why he was an NFL Man of the Year. The Cowboys rookie draft pick, T-Book. For my live stream tonight, and shout out to everybody who came into the live stream, I played the clip of Tyler Guyton last year at his first OTA practice. Yeah, I played T-Books. The difference is night and day. You know, don't get it wrong. Tyler Guyton was excited to be here and can't wait to get on the field. And things hadn't signed a contract or anything like that. Tyler Booker, and understand all of the contracts are slotted, so it's not really like there's really too much negotiations in there. He is now accounted for on the salary cap with a $4 million hit. We're down to $34 million cap space, having signed our biggest pick and our biggest cap hit, which is great. We got that out of the way. The rest of them will be a lot less, and we will still have a lot of cap money left to work with. But listening to him, his presence, his confidence, his demeanor, his attitude will win you over. No joke. This guy seems so ready for the NFL. A lot of times these guys get here, it's like, everything you dreamed about as a kid and that you want to work on all, that you had aspirations for your whole life. Now it's true. I'm here. Now what? Eyes are wide open. You're seeing all of these big players. You're thinking about the money and everything else. You have a fear in being on the field. And that's where those eyes are wide open like a deer caught in the headlight. Didn't sense any of that with Tyler Booker, with T-Book. And it sounded incredible. The Cowboys did something interesting that I hadn't thought about before. They, now that Zach Martin's gone and some other players, D-Law, you had some free lockers, and the premium locations, are taken by the team captains. And typically you have the offense together, so that way, coaches come over, the offense, or, talk to the offensive players all together. Defense is all together over on the other side, of the locker room. And I remember doing tours at AT&T Stadium, and when you go to the locker room and stuff, I remember seeing like Tony Romo's locker and Jason Witten next to it. It's been a while. What the Cowboys did is they've got Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons side by side. They moved CeeDee Lamb into Zach Martin's locker. And I'm sure Zach is real close to Dak. And I think back to Micah Parsons about 2 weeks ago saying that we will not be putting up with the DeMarcus Lawrence type crap in the locker room. Or excuse me, Dak, and CD. Clearly, that's whose locker room this is. Those are your team leaders. And for those out there that think that Micah Parsons isn't going to get his deal, you don't go ahead and make a move like that to make him, Dak, and CD all there together like the war council if you're thinking about moving on. So Momo, your whole idea after trashing Micah Parsons all off season and saying he can't stop the run, your dream of Jerry Jones trading him to the Commanders for 2 number 4s ain't gonna happen. I think it's totally different than what you normally see. It's kind of like, I'm an offensive guy. We don't fraternize with the defense. I'm a defensive guy. We don't fraternize with the offense. But here you are, you're taking the 2 leaders of both sides and you're putting them together for one vision. We'll find out if it all works. But I think this is Brian Schottenheimer and him taking the reins on the team and trying to build something. When they talked about drafting Tyler Booker, and when they talked about other players that they were drafting, you had Brian Schottenheimer pounding the table for character guys that are leaders. And we got a bunch of leaders. Now we're going to find out, are they a bunch of winners too? I'm hoping and I'm betting that they are, because I need to see them win. I'm so sick and tired of listening to Eagle fans, Commanders fans, and everybody just constantly trashing the Cowboys, just unbelievably. I like what the Cowboys have done. I just hope that they're not finished. Anyway, I better get my butt to bed, because that means I'm going to have to drive possibly there, change the hot water heater, and then drive back tomorrow night. No rest for the weary. In the meantime, remember, good people, life is short and life is precious. And make sure you do everything you can to make sure that the people you love know you love them. I love you guys, and God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.